Leading the parade is number 1, Real Miller, owned and trained by Ken Muse, appropriately enough, at Barking in Essex, bred in Ireland by John Ryan. And, well, if this one wins, it'll be a real fairy tale story. 800 to 1, Mr. Muse backed him at in the early stages. He's had 60 races, only 16 wins, a real outsider, but he's got a lot of heart, and we saw from the semi-finals that he finishes like a train. And there's the favourite, Game Ball, from Ireland, Sean Burke's dog, owned by Messrs. Brian Smith and Jerry Fisher. One of those owners, Brian Smith, in fact, boxed Frank Bruno when he was an amateur. And in 3, be wearing the white jacket, is the youngest of the finalists, On Spec, owned by Mr. Ralph Raper, who's a Doncaster farmer, trained in Sheffield by Harry Crapper, bred in Ireland by Frank Dunn. 3rd in the semi-finals, behind Game Ball. He cost £3,500 from Ireland. Here's number 4, I'm Slippy, owned by John Quinn and trained at Coventry by Barbara Tompkins, bred in Ireland by John Mullen. Very nearly won the semi-final, pipped at the post by Amazing Man. Mr. Quinn, the owner, is a civil engineer, comes from Dungiven in Ireland. And 5, Debicott Lad, owned and trained in Ireland by Cyril Morris, bred in Ireland by Tom Conroy, and was bought, as I told you earlier, at the age of 3 months from Tom Conroy. 30 races, 16 wins, and a total in prize money of £16,000. And finally, in the striped jacket, he'll be in the outside trap, the wide runner, Amazing Man, owned by Mr. Victor Chandler and trained at Brighton by Derek Knight. Again, bred in Ireland by Mr. O'Donovan. His record in England, 17 races, 9 wins, just over £1,000 in prize money. Well, his owner prayed for an outside trap, and he got it. Now the dogs coming towards the traps in front of this great crowd, in front of the restaurant, where people whining and dining and enjoying the racing. Let me just tell you that over the years, Trap 1 has been the most successful trap in the Greyhound Derby final. It's had 13 winners, far more than any other trap, as a matter of fact. Traps 3 and 4 have had 9 apiece. Now let's hear from Jerry Monk again, because I think there's a betting change. Jerry?
Yes, Harry, the favourite is now even money. Game Ball at evens, Debicott Lad 3 to 1, Amazing Man 4 to 1, I'm Slippy 5 to 1, Real Miller 25-1, and On Spec has gone out to 33 to 1.
So the money is still staying very firmly in favour of Game Ball. But, as people often say about the Greyhound Derby, it's a strange night, it's an unusual night for these greyhounds. They don't usually race in front of such big crowds as this. They don't race in front of such noise as this. There is a tension in the air. The atmosphere is quite different. People are much closer than the normal because everybody seems to crowd down to the right down to the track to get as close a view as they can. So the whole atmosphere here is a little strange, and they don't normally race quite this late at night. 20 past 10 now. So they must be thinking it's all a bit strange, and that sometimes upsets the form. But if Game Ball hits the box and gets out in front and gets clear at the first bend, then they're all going to have a job to catch him. They're all boxed. The starter will see that they're all safely in. The flag is the signal to the hare controller, and the hare will come from the other side of the track, about half a lap. He comes round, and you can hear the noise of the hare on the rail as he comes towards the traps. And the 1983 Greyhound Derby final is about to get underway, and here comes the Derby roar from the crowd, and it's enormous. Up they go, the tracks, and away they go, and it's I'm Slippy who's leading to the first bend from Game Ball, the favourite. As they go to the first bend, Game Ball tries to get through on the inside and can't, but he's in second place behind I'm Slippy. It's I'm Slippy and Game Ball. Then comes On Spec as they go down the back straight. It's still I'm Slippy leading and come to the bend, the final bend. Game Ball still chasing. It's still I'm Slippy, Game Ball, On Spec's third. Here they come, they're closely bunched. It's still I'm Slippy, but number 3, On Spec. No, it's 4. I'm Slippy gets there from On Spec, and there was a big finish from Debicott Lad in third place. And there's a photo finish for the first three places. That was some Derby final. I thought for a moment On Spec was going to win it, and then I'm Slippy held on, and then up came Debbicott Ladd in the orange jacket, and all three of them were really closely bunched as they went over the line. But we think it's 4-3-5, the finishing order. Now then, let's look at that race again, right from the start. And it was some race. And it was I'm Slippy in the black jacket who hit the box first, from Game Ball the favourite. And I'm Slippy showed the better pace to the first bend. Look at this. He got ahead of Game Ball going into the first bend, and Game Ball tried to work his way around on the inside, and he couldn't quite do it. Debbicott Ladd's on the outside as we look at him here in the orange jacket, and going well. Now here comes I'm Slippy, trained at Coventry by Barbara Tompkins, gets to the first bend first, and Game Ball can't at this point make any impression on him, although he's in second place as they come out of the bend. In three, in the white jacket, is On Spec, the youngest of the finalists, and it's still I'm Slippy as they go down the back straight by 2 lengths from Game Ball. Game Ball a length ahead of On Spec. At this point, the rest are just chasing, and they're not in the picture really. Number 5 is the nearest to them, Debbicott Ladd. Now they come towards the final 2 bends, and it's still I'm Slippy, showing great pace down the back straight. Finished second in the semi-finals, remember? And as they come into the final 2 bends, it's still I'm Slippy, the favourite, still chasing him, Game Ball. And the distance is about the same. On Spec is in third position. And now they all begin to bunch up. And watch the finish of Debbicott Ladd in the orange jacket. This is the big finisher. Now look how they're getting so close together as they come round the final bend. I'm Slippy on the outside, then on the inside in the white jacket On Spec. At this point On Spec seems to me briefly to go ahead and looks like winning. And then somehow I'm Slippy finds a little bit more pace coming into the home straight, stretches out, here comes 5, but it's number 4 who crosses the line first, I'm Slippy. The photo finish has confirmed that. Number 3 is second, On Spec, and third is Debbicott Ladd. What a marvellous Derby final that was. And here is the winner, Mr. John Quinn's I'm Slippy, trained at Coventry by Barbara Tompkins, and that's her second Derby winner. She had the 1970 winner, John Silver. This greyhound was bred in Ireland by John Mullen. Only 6 races in England before this. Now he's had 7 and he's won 5 of them. This is the Derby champion. Known in the kennel as Slips. Now then we have the SP for him from Jerry Monk.
Right, I'm Slippy, the winner, 6-1. On Spec, 33-1.
And the amazing thing about it is that in the end, the favourite, Game Ball, who was always chasing, didn't finish in the first 3. So there's the winner, I'm Slippy, owned by Mr. John Quinn, trained by Barbara Tompkins, out of trap 4. There's your Derby champion.